The galaxy had never been silent, until the day I arrived. I, Morgan Hale, was a simple envoy from Earth, assigned to observe the coronation convergence on Lithera Prime. Over 1,000 worlds sent their champions, nobles, and heirs. The star system itself was said to bend in respect around its ruler-to-be. Litherans weren't just alien royalty. They were a near-mythic species, tall, luminous, with starlight pulsing through their veins. And at the center of all that radiance stood Queen Seralith Veera, the new queen of stars. Even from a distance, I could feel her presence like gravity. Some beings glowed. Some demanded attention. Seralith commanded it simply by existing. She was elegance woven with cosmic power, dark eyes streaked with molten gold, and hair that shimmered like nebula dust. She had thousands of suitors, literally. The convergence was not simply a coronation. It was a bond selection. The queen was expected to choose a consort, someone whose presence would strengthen the eternal bond between monarch and star system. And I had no business being anywhere near that stage. Not a suitor, not a candidate, just an observer. I stayed in the back rows where humans belonged, far behind the towering Yulkor generals, the shimmering Nithian priestesses, the winged avians of Elira, and the crystalline delegates whose bodies refracted starlight like prisms. The air buzzed with expectation. Every suitor believed they had a chance. After all, Earth was a barely relevant frontier world. A human wasn't even considered an option. The ancient heralds raised their staffs. A bell of pure energy rippled across the arena. And then she walked in. Seralith, the queen of stars. A hush fell so sudden it made my ears ring. She stepped forward, each movement deliberate, almost celestial. She held a staff of starlight and authority, and when she reached the throne pad at the center of the stage, she lifted her hand. "Welcome, leaders of the galaxy," she said, her voice flowing like cosmic wind. "Today, I choose the one who will stand at my side, for as long as the stars above us burn." A roar of excitement traveled around the massive arena. Suitors around me straightened. Some glowed brighter. Some expanded their wings. A few adjusted their jeweled armor. Everyone wanted to be chosen. Everyone thought they were worthy. Except me. I kept my gaze low, tapping notes into my datapad, trying not to be noticed. If I made it back to Earth with a few diplomatic insights, it would already be a successful mission. Then Seralith spoke again. Unexpectedly soft this time. "But before this bonding selection begins, I must confess." Thousands leaned forward. "My choice has already been made." Gasps rippled like thunder. Delegates exchanged frantic, confused looks. Already chosen. Before the selection even began. The Litheran Council members stiffened, clearly unaware of this revelation. Even I glanced up, surprised by her defiance of tradition. Seralith turned, scanning the immense crowd. Her golden eyes slowly glided across every species, every suitor, every diplomat. Then stopped on me. The human in the back row. A shiver ran down my spine. I blinked twice, convinced she must be looking past me, at someone taller, someone glowing, someone worthy. But no. Her attention locked on me with the clarity of a laser. My heart thudded. Morgan Hale of Earth. The entire arena fell into absolute, suffocating silence. I felt every eye pivot toward me. Thousands of beings representing hundreds of species. Some confused. Some offended. Some furious. I stood slowly. "Yes, Your Majesty." Seralith extended a hand. A gesture both intimate and undeniable. "You are the one I claim." The shock hit me so hard I forgot to breathe. Around me, dignitaries exploded with disbelief. The human. Impossible. This must be a joke. Unacceptable. Humans aren't compatible. She mocks the sacred ritual. Serelith didn't flinch. Morgan has something all of you lack, she said calmly. A heart untouched by ambition. Her gaze softened as it met mine. And a soul that sees the stars not as tools, but as wonders. The arena shook with outrage. A Yulkor warlord thundered forward, muscles like carved stone. Your Majesty, this human cannot withstand the bond. They are fragile. Serelith's voice cut him short like a blade. Do you question my choice? The warlord immediately knelt, trembling. One by one, objections died beneath her unwavering stare. She descended the steps, walking directly toward me. Each footstep echoed across the chamber like a cosmic heartbeat. When she reached me, she offered her hand, palm glowing softly. Morgan Hale, she said. Will you walk at my side? Not as a servant, not as a symbol, but as the one I choose freely. My throat tightened. I was no hero, no chosen one archetype, just a human who dreamed of the stars since childhood. But every instinct told me this moment mattered. For her, for me, for the entire galaxy. I took her hand. The moment our skin touched, light erupted around us like a supernova. Not painful, warm, enveloping, like stepping into sunlight after a lifetime in the cold. The crowd gasped. The bond has accepted him. A Lytheran elder whispered, stunned. It's impossible, another murmured. Serelith smiled softly at me, and for the first time, I saw vulnerability behind the celestial queen. Come, she whispered, fingers tightening around mine. Let us show them why. The middle of the ceremony was chaos. We were taken to the star chamber, an immense crystalline hall that pulsed like the heart of a nebula. Serelith remained near me, never letting go of my hand, even when her advisors surrounded us with frantic words. He is mortal. He is untrained. He must undergo the trial of harmony. Serelith only nodded. Then we proceed. I swallowed. What exactly is the trial of harmony? She gave me a reassuring smile. Nothing that will harm you. It is simply a test, one that reveals whether two spirits can align without conflict. Sounds harmless, I said. It can level mountains if attempted by the wrong pair. Froze. What? She only chuckled softly and led me into a chamber filled with floating lights. The trial wasn't physical, it was emotional. Mental. Two minds opening to one another, sharing memories, fears, hopes. I saw flashes of her childhood. A princess raised under crushing expectations. Then the moment she realized her destiny would chain her to duty unless she chose freedom. She saw my memories too. Earth, my family, my fascination with the stars, my loneliness, my yearning to belong somewhere among them. When the connection broke, she exhaled sharply, eyes shimmering. You are stronger than any suitor here, she whispered. Me. I nearly fainted. She smiled. Strength of the soul is not measured by glow or size. The chamber lit up bright blue, a sign that the bond was compatible. Her advisors fell silent. For the first time I sensed acceptance. The ending came during the final ceremony at dusk. We returned to the arena. Instead of hostility, there was a strange, quiet respect. The thousands of suitors, once furious, now waited calmly. Serelith stepped forward, hand in mine. I present to the galaxy, she declared, my chosen consort. A breeze, created by the shifting of gravity fields, stirred through the arena as light descended upon us. It wrapped around our joined hands, weaving a cosmic pattern. Her voice softened as she spoke for all but aimed at me alone. Morgan Hale, From this day on, you walk beside the Queen of Stars. Not because fate demanded it. Not because tradition insists. But because my heart chose you. Silence. Then a thunderous wave of applause and resonant calls. Some still seemed shocked, but most bowed their heads in respect. The bond had spoken. The Queen had chosen. And I stood beside her, breath trembling, overwhelmed yet steady. After the ceremony, when we stepped onto the balcony overlooking the galaxy, Serelith turned to me. "I know this is overwhelming," she whispered. "If you wish to return to Earth, I won't hold you." I squeezed her hand. "You reached for me before I ever knew I was being seen." Her eyes softened, warm, hopeful. "I belong here," I said. "With you." Serelith smiled, the kind of smile that could warm galaxies. And as the stars shimmered around us, I realized that the galaxy hadn't fallen silent because the Queen chose a human. It fell silent because, for the first time in its long history, it witnessed a choice made from love, not power. And that choice changed everything.